This is the Oecs Newslink, a roundup of major news happening across the Oecs today. In the headlines,
the Oecs advances border management in St. Lucia with new self-service technology. The Oecs hosts 5th Regional Data Governance Council meeting. The Oecs Council of Ministers Foreign Affairs chart unified path. The Oecs powers regional push for energy-efficient buildings. Good day, viewers, and welcome to the weekly edition of the Oecs Newslink. I'm your host, Malaika Thompson-Snack. Let's take a look at this week's stories. First up, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission has donated 10 state-of-the-art automated kiosk machines to St. Lucia. 8 machines were installed at the Hewanora International Airport and 2 at the George F.L. Charles Airport. This initiative advances the modernization of the main ports of entry across the Oecs region, which will allow for enhanced border security and improvements in the passenger processing procedures. The donation of automated kiosk machines marks a significant step in the implementation of the Oecs Border Management Enhancement Program, supported by the European Union through the Regional Integration through Growth Harmonization and Technology Program. Speaking at the handover ceremony, which was held at the Hewanora International Airport, Director General of the Oecs, Dr. Didacus Jules, stated, "As global tourism becomes more competitive, travelers expect not only beautiful destinations, but also efficient, hassle-free, and secure entry experiences. That is why the Oecs Commission, together with the EU and our member states, is investing in the automation of our ports of entry to make travel through our region faster, simpler, and safer." We turn now to our second story, where we focus on data-driven development. The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission successfully concluded the 5th meeting of the Regional Data Governance Council, also known as the RDGC. The meeting was held from October the 7th to the 10th, 2025. Over the course of 4 days, directors of statistics from Oecs member states, regional institutions, and international development partners came together to strengthen collaboration, enhance statistical capacity, and reinforce data-driven decision-making across the region. During the meeting, participants reviewed progress on regional and national statistical initiatives. They also shared updates on flagship projects such as the DDM, CARDIP, and ECPA, as well as discussed strategies for data anonymization and harmonized labor force surveys. A comprehensive communication and advocacy strategy was also developed to support greater use of the statistical data across the region. The meeting concluded with agreement on a coordinated work program, commitments to strengthen data harmonization as well as privacy protection, and reinforced partnerships between Oecs member states and development partners. Next up in our third story, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States convened the 8th meeting of the Council of Ministers of Foreign Affairs on the margins of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly. The meeting brought together ministers of foreign affairs from Oecs member states who convened to deliberate on shared priorities and advance a unified regional agenda. Ministers deliberated on a wide range of issues and agreed on decisive steps to safeguard and advance the Oecs interests, including reaffirmation of the region's commitment to safeguarding and transforming citizenship by investment programs, and strengthening the financial sustainability of the Oecs. There was also agreement to enhance coordination and advocacy ahead of COP30 in Brazil, with a focus on climate finance, adaptation, and loss and damage. The Council closed the meeting with a renewed sense of purpose, emphasizing that the decisions taken were not just administrative outcomes, but concrete steps to protect livelihoods, strengthen regional unity, and amplify the Caribbean voice on the global stage. In our fourth and final story, we turn now to renewable energy. Participating countries of the Caribbean Efficient and Green Buildings Project met in St. Lucia from September 24th to the 25th to take part in a workshop that examined the lessons learned from the preparation activities undertaken to inform the project's design and implementation. The CGEP project is a World Bank-financed initiative supporting Grenada, Guyana, and St. Lucia with the objectives of saving energy, increasing the use of renewable energy in public buildings and facilities, and enhancing the regulatory framework for investments in energy efficiency and renewable energy in participating Caribbean countries. The Oecs Commission, a partner on the project, is responsible for pooled procurement on behalf of the participating countries, drawing on its extensive experience with pooled procurement and sustainable energy. This brings us to the end of today's edition of the Oecs Newslink. For more on these stories, visit our newsroom at www.oecs.int. Stay connected and follow us on social media and our website to keep up with the latest updates. I'm your host, Malaika Thompson-Snack. Thanks for watching. Join us next week for more news and highlights.